the EU situation has a great impact on China. You know, China nowadays is more merged into the international trade economy. So anything happened in the European Union would have impact. Sometime might be quite strong in China, of course.
So what we are doing as a national policy is we are determined to share the profits of the mining boom throughout Australia. This has not been without political controversy. We've put a tax on the royalties of large mining companies who specifically are exporting iron ore and coal. Whilst the mining industry hasn't thrown flowers at our feet for doing this, what we are doing is we are passing through payments to families so they can pay for the help make ends meet for the cost of educating their children, and that helps stimulate confidence in our retail sector. We're also providing some tax breaks for all registered small businesses using the mining tax, so we're spreading the mining boom throughout the whole of Australia. Secondly, we've managed to, in our budget, get back to surplus, so we're not running a deficit, all things being equal, and whilst that's been a rapid consolidation of our finances, we think that helps engender confidence.
Unionization in general is a problem, is becoming a problem. And of course, if we want to have a good social dialogue, then you need, of course, strong unions and strong employers' organizations. And therefore, it's very important to have the conventions and to respect the conventions of the ILO. And then we are speaking about Convention 87 and 98. And then we have to look to the reality that in a lot of countries it's not easy to organize and to organize people and to start unions. So that's a real problem in a lot of countries everywhere.
We had our own financial crisis in 1982, and it was horrid, and it caused a lot of unemployment, and which lasted a long time. So we went on to a very strict regulation of our financial sector. And for instance, the subprime crisis did not hit us in that sense. It hit us in the sense that we could not export to many other countries, but not in the financial sector. And I think that is a lesson well learned.
So
and
sort
I think
decoupling almost.
Sorry?
A decoupling, limiting globalization.
We did decouple in terms of the regulation of our financial sector, which I think is not doing well in most of the world. The other thing we learned very well is fiscal responsibility. You cannot have a government that spends too much forever. It is going to come tumbling down. And you need to have your own savings. And that happened because, again, in 1982, when we had a really horrid crisis, we didn't have any, we were over debt. We had too much debt as a country. We couldn't get any loans. So we had to cut our fiscal spending at the moment when we needed most to come to, help and rescue our poor people who were losing their jobs. So that is another lesson we really learned well.